live from the House of LeMay Makeup and Dressing Room.
Here comes Amber, stop what you're doing. Here comes Amber, she's just doing what she can. Here comes Amber, cue the spotlight. Here comes Amber with 2 drinks in her hand. The matriarch of fashion, from sequins to her glasses, you can't look away. Ask her, does she do it? There's really nothing to it. She's got that feminine gaze. If you have a party, or if you're feeling naughty, call up the House of LeMay. Here comes your favorite gal. Here comes your queen. Here comes the talk of the town. It's Amber Live tonight. The music starts to playing. It's time for cabareting on Amber Live tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn off all cell phones and get ready for your host, Amber LeMay.
Hello, hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone. Yep, it's time again for Amber Live, and we've got a great show for you tonight. But before we get to that, there's a couple things I want you to do. First, like. If you're on one of those type of pages, make sure you like us, and then share the love. Won't you share Amber's love tonight? That would be great, because trust me, your friends will thank you. And then if you're over there on Amber Live TV or YouTube, press the subscribe button, all right? You know, we're at like 385 subscribers. I'd really like to get to 400 by next week. So could you do that? That'd be a great thing for us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I don't want to take any more time up of chit-chatting like this. We'll bring Russell in to move the show along. Hey, Russell.
Hey, Amber. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm feeling good, and you know why.
Well, there's trouble a-brewing.
Oh, no, it's going to be fun. Thank you for lining up these great guests. So, what's it like in New York today?
It rains today. It was a little cloudy and blah. So.
Yeah, well, in Vermont, it was 40 degrees. Yay! That was nice. That was nice.
A regular heat wave for you.
Yeah, so it's going to get down below zero again on, I think, Monday or Tuesday. But, you know, we take it where we can get it. You know me. That's for sure. Yes. All right. So, Russell, we might have some new viewers. So tell them how to watch the show to their best advantage.
To the best advantage, the place to watch the show is either amberlive.tv or YouTube, and amberlive.tv is the YouTube stream. And the reason we like you to watch there is because then Amber is in full HD and you get to see her in every detail you can. Facebook is fine. You can watch there. Lots of people do, but that is not full HD. YouTube is. So, and if you're watching on amberlive.tv or on YouTube, look for the little button that says subscribe, and you can subscribe to us. And then there's also, I believe, a bell that you can check to get notifications whenever we go live, which does happen, not just on Sunday nights, but on Wednesdays, we do our Amber Chat. And
that's been fun.
That's everyone's chance to come on and ask Amber whatever they'd like. Amber's there for you on Wednesday nights. So it starts usually around 8:15. We're a little less exact with that. And then you can come on, and if you send us an email, we can send you a link, and you can actually be on the show and talk to Amber. So that's a lot of fun.
That's right. Yeah, we do that. We do our little weekly promo early on Wednesday evening. And then we just say, what the hell? Let's get on TV, or let's get on the computer, and let's bring other people in. So if you want to come up and talk, maybe you have an event coming up, or you want to spread the word about something, come on in. We'll talk about it. I'd love to do that. But we had a great time on Sunday. Oh, we had Neil and oh my gosh, I forgot Neil's husband's name. But they were from Winter Rendezvous. They came in on and talked, and it was just a fun night. So on Wednesday nights, come in and chat. That'd be fun. All right, so let's see. We got that. Also coming up this week, before I forget, vote. Vote over here. Yes. Tuesday is town meeting day in Vermont. So make sure, if you haven't already voted, go to the polls and vote. There's a lot of important issues coming up. So make sure you do that. All right. That's it. That's all for that. What else? Russell.
Well,
tonight's a special show, but we've got some other special shows coming up as well.
We do. We have 3 shows that we're working on that are going to be a lot of fun next week. Instead of this week, this week is a P word, porn. Next week is another P word, politics. We are doing a forum on what's going on in Pennsylvania. There seems to be a lot of stuff going on there with LGBTQ rights, and we have the lieutenant governor's wife, Giselle Fetterman, and I hate to introduce her that way. I should say she's the woman who the lieutenant governor is married to, because Giselle is her own powerhouse. Yes. She will be on, as well as Brian Sims will be back. Our friend Jessica Benham will be back. Sean Malloy from the Victory Fund in Pennsylvania will be joining us. And we may have 1 or 2 other people too, and they're going to come on and talk about what's going on in Pennsylvania. And Amber's going to give them lots of questions to chat about. So,
because people say, well, why talk about Pennsylvania? Because that's an important state with what's going on. And it's interesting to find out what's going on with them and compared to your state or, where we live. So I think it's going to be an interesting show. Yes.
And then tonight's our 50th show. So in 2 more weeks, we will be at 52 shows in 1 year.
Wow.
And the week after that, on the 21st, we're going to celebrate our anniversary. And we're trying to get some people who were on early on in the show to come back and give us updates on what they're doing now. And then in the beginning of April, we are working on the sap tapping, mud flapping review, the annual Beaver Pond tradition. So the denizens of Beaver Pond will crawl out from underneath their trailers and push the last of the snow away. And
oh yeah, I know. Back in the fall, we had our leaf peeping cider sipping review, and then we had our Christmas special, and now we're having the sap tapping, mud flapping review. There'll be some music, some comedy, some of you people you've learned to love over the last year here on Amber Live. So we're looking forward to that. 3 great shows. That's going to be fun.
And
so now your favorite topic.
I was going to say, what keeps those shows bustiers, and we love the bustiers. Our super bustiers, Rial Masson, and we added a new one this week, Janet Feeney, John Martin, and Larry Lamori are all very important to the show. And then we have other supporters, some new ones this week, John Olson, Nancy Nesbitt, Edward S., who all donated to us to help keep us on the air and help keep us growing. And if you look down at the bottom there, you'll see it says there's a Venmo account at RJD Pro, and you can donate to Amber Live to help us out. If you give $25 or more, you can get a sticker from us, $100 or more, and you get a sticker and a magnet. And for $200 or more, we'll send you a sticker, a magnet, and a mug. And this is very important to keeping the show going. It's really helpful, and we appreciate all of these people who have gone out of their way to donate to us. So thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. And Sam Stanley, one of our bustiers, had a birthday this week. Happy birthday, Sam.
Happy birthday, Sam. Cheers.
All right.
And let's not forget, next up is your favorite part of this, the caption this.
Caption. Yeah, because I like the audience interaction here. It's time for the audience to give us some jokes. All right, show that picture, Russell.
Here's the picture of the week. If you've got a funny caption for that, send it in via the comments, and Jack will take those captions, and at the end of the show, we'll put up the funniest ones and talk about them. So there's the picture of the week.
Yeah,
looks like an Amber convention.
I do want to apologize. It was Dean and Neil. I don't know why, Dean. I couldn't think of your name. But thank you. Thank you guys for watching. So let's get back to this week's show. What do we have coming up, Russell?
We have great guests this week. We have Dane Johnson, who is here to talk with you, Amber. Dane has a surf rock band, and is also a composer, and he'll be telling you all about that. And then we have an old friend on, Jason Bumpus, who used to live in Burlington, and he is in the green room right now. I can see him waving. He will be on the show tonight to talk about his career after Burlington, which I'm sure some of you have partaken in the wares that he creates.
Yeah. And we also are also going to show Yolanda's latest video that she released this week. Yolanda, a dear friend of the show, and so we're excited about that. And we've got Bitchin' in the Kitchen as well, and Rocco.
So let's get this show rolling.
All right.
Must be time for your headlines.
It's time for headlines. Now, when the Baby Shark song, okay, you know it, everybody now, Baby Shark, do-do-do-do-do-do, oh, the hell with it. Anyway, when that became a phenomenon and tested the sanity of those of childbearing years, others thought it was just a harmless ditty created to increase the sale of alcohol and earplugs. But there was more to it. We all assumed it was about the offspring of a long-bodied marine fish with cartilaginous skeleton, a prominent dorsal fin, and tooth-like scales. No, it was about babies who are actually sharks. An Indonesian fisher person was surprised to find a mutant shark with a human face recently in his catch of the day. I finally found a mother shark caught in the trawler net, explained the catcher. The next day, I split the belly of the mother shark and found 3 pups in the stomach. 2 were like the mother, and the one looked like it had a human face. I know it gets lonely at sea, but sharks? Also, are we sure that this wasn't found near the shores of Cancun? That baby looks a heck of a lot like Ted Cruz. Well, now, question of the day. What could be described as men battling with holy sticks and wearing nothing but loincloths and socks? Now, if you guessed a pre-COVID Saturday night at the Montreal Bathhouse, you'd be wrong. Close, but wrong. It's the Hadaka Matsuri, or Naked Festival, in Yokohama, Japan, which began almost 1,000 years ago and usually sees 10,000 male participants. However, this year was toned down greatly to minimize the risk of the COVID-19, and only 100 holy sticks were permitted. Despite usually attracting thousands of spectators, I'd watch, the annual festival, which takes place on the third Saturday of February, was held behind closed doors. Now, the Hadaki Matsuri involves participants entering a freezing temple pool in darkness before sticks are launched at them. It rarely lasts longer than an hour. Tell me about it. Many people have been injured in the melee. Yeah. Now, according to a recent survey by travel search site Trivago, 38% of Americans would give up sex for a year just to travel again. And speaking for all single Americans, did we have an effing choice? I'm ready to go someplace. All right. Final story. Damn you, cancel culture. Now you're messing with my childhood. Mr. Potato Head was first manufactured and distributed by Hasbro in 1952. It was the first toy advertised on television and has remained in production since its debut. Now, the toy was originally produced as separate plastic parts with push pins. Yes, push pins. Sharp metal push pins that could be stuck into a real potato or other vegetables. However, due to complaints regarding rotting vegetables and new government safety regulations, what? Government safety regulations? Hasbro began including a plastic potato body within the toy set in 1964. And Mr. Potato Head remained a confirmed bachelor until Mrs. Potato Head, known as Rachel for some reason, was introduced in 2012. First they take away his freedom, now they're taking away his, they's, identity. This toy will no longer be sold as Mr. Potato Head, but simply Potato Head. Huh. Oh, and by the way, the Hasbro company has also changed their name to Has-Sib. Yeah. Oh. And that's this week's headlines. Hey, it's the news. I just write them. All right. Okay, so my first guest, as Russell talked, is Dane Johnson. Dane's a musician, but has found a unique way to make his music public. So, Dane, come on in.
Hello.
Hi, Dane. Hello, hello. All right,
Hello.
Dane. So, where are we talking to you from today?
I'm in Kingston, New York, in my
All
basement.
right. Well, I'm in Burlington, Vermont, in my basement, so we've got something in common
All right.
already.
Basements.
All right. So I see some musical instruments behind you, so that clues me in that you are a musician. What's your specialty? What type of music do you like most?
Well, I mean, I do a lot of. I play guitar and bass, but I've always done some rock stuff and done some experimental stuff too. And yeah, I mean, there was the it was the surf music thing that kind of clued me in on something to, I was like, oh, this is a new thing I haven't done before.
So would you describe
some of that?
How would you describe surf music? I've heard it, but how would you describe
Well,
it?
especially it's instrumental surf music in the sense that it's not like so many people you say, hey, I got playing a surf band, a surf rock band. They're, oh, you mean like the Beach Boys? I'm like, no, that's not not surf. Really. It's more like, it's a lot of it was instrumental. It was like right at the late 50s, early 60s when the technology was amplifiers and electric guitar and reverb. That's an important one, and the whole sound changed where everybody was like, in California, I guess it was other places too, but where it was all of a sudden you could really turn it up and get energy, and you could be in a, like playing to a full crowd in a gym that used to be a dance thing, and then they would just crank it up and everybody would go nuts with Dick Dale. You've probably heard of Dick Dale with the Miserlou. Pretty much anything on the Pulp Fiction soundtrack. That's a good place to start.
That is, and I keep hearing the intro to Secret Agent Man too.
Yep.
That just sounds. That reminds me of what I think you're talking about.
Hawaii 5-0 and White
Yes,
House,
that
of course.
great music. All right, so what's the name of your band that you perform with?
That one's Bongo Surf, and that one started Bongo Surf, and not Bong O Surf. It's Bongo Surf. So we had to So because it was some friends of mine. They had started it long before I was in the band, but there was one of them played actually congas of all things. So I was not even a bongo player, congas and guitar, and they started jamming. And then their guitar player moved away for college or a job. That was like 10, 12 years ago. And my buddy Dave, we were in Jersey City at the time, and he's like, "Hey man, you could play this stuff." I'm like, "I don't know, man. All right, I'll give it a shot." Turns out it's very technical. I mean, the techniques, and I had played classical guitar, I'd played other things, but to get that sound right, there's very particular picking techniques, amplifiers, gear setup, guitar setups. So it was kind of hooked me on the tech side. And then we started playing, and it's always a party, at the surf.
We've got a clip. We've got a clip of your band. Yeah, let's hear that.
Cool. The John Cage version.
I was dancing here. It's great dance music. Okay, so you were doing that. So your music sort of evolved into a different purpose. Tell me about that.
Well, that was interesting because in Jersey City, this would have been in like 1999. So this is going way back. I had a recording studio, and friends of mine that came to record, they were in a band called the Gwins then, and now they're called the Pink Delicates. And the drummer in that band had been in a bunch of these movies, these kind of comedy, girl on girl, Skinamax, you could call them, that kind of thing. And he wasn't like in him like that. He was a producer, and his friend was the one, Mike, that was the one that made him at EI Cinema. And he's like, hey, Dane, so you got a studio, and you went to film scoring school, whatever that is. And we got this one called Gladiator Eroticus. Do you think you can write us a theme and a few battle scenes? And I'm like, sure. Like, what is this Gladiator Eroticus? And the whole idea of like back in the DVD days where when a big hit like Titanic, Gladiator, all these Lord of the Rings, all of these would come out, they would time it so but by the time it went to the theaters, they'd get to work and make a comedy girl on girl DVD that could be right up next to them when they were both on the shelf at Kim's Video or Tower, or something back then. So it was, so he's like, hey, they didn't have the internet doing the canned music as much. Nowadays you want battle scene, you search battle scene and you download something. But back then you had to actually get a composer to compose something for you. So,
right.
So
I think we have a clip. We have a clip of your work.
Oh, boy. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
There he is! He's fucking a Statue of Liberty! Yes! Yes! And cut! That's a print. I've got my movie.
It was Beauty that got the beast, eh, Seymour?
No, not Beauty. Just a large inflatable doll named Liberty. Good night, folks.
And what was the name of that film?
That one was Kinky Kong, so that one would have come out at the same time as the King Kong remake, I guess. So that one with the whole.
I'm curious why did they have him in a diaper? I don't understand.
Well, I don't know actually, but I think maybe they thought it was funny. They actually, even before that movie, I think they had a guy that used to show up in a gorilla suit in other movies randomly, and they'd be like, "Oh, there's the guy with the." So they're like, "Hey, let's do a Kinky Kong." I think it was because they couldn't have the schlong hanging out the whole time, probably to still get on Skinamax, or whatever. So or Stars.
That's the sequel. Kinky Kong's dong, I think.
Yes. So yeah, that was a fun one in the sense that, John, which was the guy with the camera there, he comes in, he goes, all right, Mike wants this one, can we do it all in like 5 hours, like the whole score for the whole hour and a half movie? I'm like, let's go, so it was literally me and him sitting in the studio, and I've got one hand on a keyboard pulling up orchestral on the fly, watching the movie, going, okay, ooh, doo, doo, doo. And then for the sex scenes, because the sex scenes go on for like 10, 15 minutes. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to sit there and play all this. So we pull out jams from bands that came through the studio or stuff that we've done. It's like, yeah, that works, done. But that was.
Now, did you tell the bands? Did you tell the bands that you were using their music for that?
Yeah,
reason?
I would. It was usually like off take things either I was in or he was in already, so it was kind of like
Okay. Can you imagine enjoying that cinematic wonder, and all of a sudden you realize, hey, that's my music.
Yes.
I'm singing that.
And it is, because sometimes it's like some of the bands I was in, and they'd be like, and I don't think any of them saw it, but it was like when you hear it, you're like, that doesn't work at all. It's like, hey, they just need the whole idea is everybody's watching with the sound off anyway, so they don't wake their anybody up. So they're like, yeah.
So Dane, what are you doing now? What are you still doing that?
No, I haven't done. I mean, I still do music stuff. I still, until before the COVID thing, I still was playing. Going a couple times down in New York and New Jersey, and that's and doing gigs and stuff like that. And then, but in the COVID time, I've taken a chance to like kind of rethink the home studio thing again. And since it's not about performing, it's like, what can you do? Recording with either collaborating with files online, doing some of these online real-time things like Jam Kazam and Sonobus, which lets you kind of play together, but there's still latency, as as with this kind of thing. But at least you can get together and like you can have a beer and make some noise and and you don't have to drive home. That's always good too.
Always good. All right. Well,
yeah.
Thank you very much, Dane.
Yeah.
We'll bring you back for the quiz. Thank you very much.
Great.
All right. Oh, yes. Learn something new every day, don't you? Didn't think you'd see that, did you? Here on Amber Live. Well, now we've got something that's really special to us. Yolanda, if you've watched the show, she's been on, I think, 3, possibly 4 times. And she sings, and she just means a lot to us. And she put out a new video this week, and I love the song, but I also like that I'm part of the video as well. So let's watch that now.
A perfect outcome to all things. Here's a show. Yeah, perfect outcome to all things is a show. Yeah, I'm getting stronger every day because my faith leads the way. A perfect outcome to all things is a show. The way of peace is the way of love, and it guarantees, yeah, that joy is the perfect outcome of all things. Sometimes my troubles keep me deceived, but deep in my heart, I believe a perfect outcome to all things is assured. A perfect outcome to all things is assured. Yeah, a perfect outcome to all things is assured. Yeah, I'm getting stronger every day because my faith leads the way. A perfect outcome to all things is assured. Anger and hateful talk out on the street, yes, but I also see love in the eyes of the people I meet. We're not so different, you and I. We all just want what's best for our lives. We seek and find according to the workings of our mind. Yes, we do. In every situation, there's a blessing somewhere. Come gather, brothers and sisters, and we'll see that it is there. Ooh, I need you, you need me. Yes, you do. And that's how our happiness is guaranteed. Take it, boys. A perfect outcome to all things is assured. A perfect outcome to all things is assured. I'm getting stronger every day because my faith leads the way. A perfect outcome to all things is assured. A perfect outcome to all things, yeah, is assured.
Oh, thank you, Yolanda. Thank you for sharing that with us. That was really, really cool. Wasn't that nice, Russell?
That was lovely. Everything she does is.
Yes.
So.
Oh, just and it's because you know it's from the heart.
I'd say let's play Angels some week, but we'll all end up crying. So.
Yeah, we'll show it again.
I love
we'll
her
show
work.
that again.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Yes, yes.
So let's not forget the caption.
Yes, we got some good ones already.
Bring that up again. There's the picture. If you have a funny caption for that, send it in. There it is, and we can let Jack line those up for the end of the show to talk about whatever clown thing that is.
Oh, I can think of a few things. Yes, she is good, Karen. We agree.
And just a quick reminder about our bustiers. If you'd like to donate, you can do that at Venmo at RJD. And then we still have our giveaway. So if you want to go to Amber Live, there's a click to win button there, and you can try to win this mug. So we're always giving something away, and we love to hear from you and have you sign up to win. So
yes.
And on that note, we have a little message from our sponsor.
Hey, it's Lucy Bell. Have you visited the Amber Live store to get your own amazing Amber Live merch? Just visit amberlive.tv and you can see all the incredible items we have for you. Regular coffee mugs, large coffee mugs, and even magic coffee mugs. T-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, tote bags, and even beach towels. Y'all, they make great gifts for your friends. I've got mine. Just visit the Amber store at amberlive.tv and order yours today.
Oh, thank you, Lucy Bell. That was nice of her. How could you say no to Lucy Bell? She won't say no to you, that's for sure. All right, now it's time for my top 5. So with the 1-year anniversary of COVID quarantine, fast approaching. Yeah, it's been a year. You know that. Here are the top 5 ways I'm going to acknowledge it. Number 5, I'm going to clean out my refrigerator. Seriously, I mean it this time. Those reused, unmarked Cool Whip containers aren't going to walk out on their own. Well, I think maybe some of them might. It's been a long time. Number 4, I'm going to try on my pre-COVID jeans. Yes, I know there's no way they're going to fit, but at least they'll be on the top of the clothes I keep telling myself that I'll fit in again someday pile. Number 3, I'm going to stop scattering my empty vodka bottles in my neighbor's recycle bins. Well, some of them. And then number 2, what else I'm going to do? I'm going to slowly reintroduce myself to pre-COVID activities, such as regular bathing, using deodorant, and if we get the opportunity to stop wearing masks, gargling mouthwash. I've saved a heck of a lot of money on toiletries this past year. And the number 1 thing I'm going to do to acknowledge the 1-year anniversary of COVID quarantine, I'm going to sit down, figure out how many and which streaming services I subscribe to, and then watch shows that I probably already watched but don't remember. How are you going to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the COVID quarantine? All right. Well, you just saw her in a commercial. Now let's see what Lucy's cooking in the kitchen. Come on, Lucy.
Bitchin' in the Kitchen with Lucy Bell.
Hey everybody, it's Lucy Bell LeMay here with another episode of Bitchin' in the Kitchen, coming to you from the hot damn trailer park in Beaver Pond, Vermont. We're gonna make a cake, and it's almost ready because I had to cook it ahead of time because it's got to cool a little bit. And I thought, why not let it cool and then we'll maybe come up with a cocktail. All you need is a 9x13 dish, buttered real good, and dump in a can of pineapple with the juice, crushed pineapple, and cherry pie filling, and a cake mix. All you need is just the powder. And you just sprinkle that on top, spread it around, and then top it with butter, a whole stick of butter. Just cut it in little bitty pieces and lay it out. Oh, it's perfect. Now, let's take it out of the oven and see how it turned out. Oh, beautiful. Isn't it a good thing I got to go to the grocery store? Isn't that lovely? Oh, smells better than Grandma's butt ball. Yes, it turned out beautiful. Now we got to let it cool a little bit, okay? So while it's cooling, let's make ourselves a cocktail. Let me grab my bar. Ta-da! Okay, so what goes better with cake than coffee? Yeah, we're going to make ourselves a coffee drink. So I got my little amber mug. Amber's mug. Oh, God, I never thought I would drink out of anything with Amber's mug on it. So fill it about half full of coffee. There we go. And then we're going to do a ½ ounce of the maple cream liqueur. Oops, good stuff. Well, we're just going to guess. There you go. Looks good. And a little bit of Jameson, some Irish whiskey. Let's do a shot of that. Oh, yeah. And we're going to top it with a little whipped cream. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Oh, and I'm going to use my new straw that Amber gave me. Oh, screw that. Where's my dick straw? There we go. Oh, so good. You guys got to try this. It's a wonderful for a cold day. Now, let's try our cake. Oh, yes. I didn't get the stuff out for the cake. Oh, it's got a crunchy top. That's what that butter does. Look at all that gooey. You know what's even going to make it better? A little fireball. Put a little ice cream on top. I like a crunchy top. Very good. And I guess my bitch for the week is I'm really kind of bitchy and upset about the Kardashians. Yeah. Kim and Kanye breaking up. You know, that just really breaks my heart. Hey, you guys take care and I'll see you next week.
Lucy Bell, you're just not sucking hard enough, girl. You can do it. You can do it. That was a great recipe. And you can get all of her recipes on amberlive.tv. And if you try any of the recipes, either the food or the drink, send us a picture. We'd love to share it and make Lucy feel that she's loved, because we love her. Do you love her as well? Make some of her recipes. All right. For our next guest, we're bringing an old friend of ours. He's not old, but we've known him a long time. And that's Jason Bumpus. Jason, come on in. Hey, Jason.
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Jason, all right. So where are you? You're not in Vermont.
No, I'm in my backyard in San Diego, where it's cold. It's like 60.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. No problem. No problem. Happy to have you. So, Jason, we know you from when you were here in Burlington. So, why were you in Burlington, and then what made you move?
I ran up to Burlington after graduating college down in like Pulteney area. Came up to see you guys. Stayed there for quite a while. Hosted a bunch of House of LeMay events at some of the local bars here and there. And did some and you have that. Awesome. Okay.
Oh, what was his name?
That's Patrick.
Patrick. Oh, yep. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That punches me right in the stomach. And then it was 2009, and it was the Valentine's Day snowstorm, and I think we got 6 or 7 feet, and I was pushing a car out of the parking lot, slipped, bounced my face off the back of the car. I was like, I'm done here. I'm done. So I booked a one-way ticket to California, and now my husband's commenting in the comment section. Awesome, cool, yeah.
All right. So why California? Did you have any connections out there?
So I had a friend that she wanted me to just jump on a one-way ticket. But back in college in Vermont, I had a professor that he knew someone who knew someone that was a fellow alumni. He's like, hey, I know this guy. I was like, well, that's creepy. He's like, well, he works in porn. I was like, again, it's getting creepier. So I called him up, met up with him. Turns out he owned SeanCody.com, and I had an interview with him. So he hired me kind of on the spot as a camera person, and so I stayed with them from about 2009 to 2000, I believe, 19. So I was with that company for about 10 years. Worked as a camera guy, ended up being director of production, and then ended up taking over.
All right. Let's back up a little bit now. Not all of my viewers would know who or what Sean Cody is. So let's
shame on them.
I know.
For a while it was the #1 online gay porn company in the world. Which is weird to say because like some people I know will watch it now, and they'll hear my voice. And they're like, I think I heard your voice. And I was like, stop watching porn and talking to me. But I became a director, became the vice president of the company. But yeah, it's just a very popular gay porn company. So. And
okay, you left. What you left them? Why did you leave them? And where did you go?
Yeah, I bounced away from them for a little bit. And then I worked for my husband's company for a little bit. And I got headhunted. It was the day after a holiday party. And we were all hungover, and I get this call, and I answered it as a hungover person would. And they're like, is this Jason? I'm like, yeah, what do you want? And ended up being the owner of a company called nextdoorstudios.com. And he's like, we heard, yep, there it is. Feel free to visit that, help pay my salary. And he's like, we heard you're a free agent and would love to, have you come in. And so I came in as a camera guy, and now I'm the director of production for that and a few other websites as well.
How exciting! There's no other word to say. How many gay men wouldn't say, "Yeah, I think I might be interested in that job."
It's a dream come true in a weird way because I've been able to normalize this part of my life. So. A lot of people think it's just, oh, you go on the set and you're just running around causing trouble. And I'm filming and I'm doing paperwork and legal. But it's a fun, like my day is a lot different than other people's. And it's a lot of fun.
Well, all right. I believe we have a clip from one of the productions from Next Door.
Your way, keep your head up.
Oh my! That must have been fun.
It's so funny that on the tail end of Playmate of the Apes, I'm a little jealous that I didn't get to film the giant King Kong humping the Statue of Liberty.
All right, so I think we basically know what the porn industry does, but what's changed the past year with COVID?
Yeah, it hit us hard. I remember
No pun
sitting.
intended.
Yeah, I'm gonna just throw those puns out there. It hit us really hard. It was like March 15th. I was sitting in my office, and we got the call, industry wide, to shut down. So from then on, from the middle of March to the middle of September, I worked from home, just collecting models' homemade pieces of content, stuff they would like solo jerk offs, or if they were quarantining with someone that they were living with. And so we were just trying to figure out how to make the machine kick out, content. So for those months, it was a lot of me sitting at my computer, trying to walk through how to make stuff happen, what innovative stuff we can do. But numbers were normal. Like, we stayed okay. My entire team, we all stayed on our job. No one was let go. It's a very tight family, so it's really nice. And oddly enough, it reinvigorated us. We were able to make some positive changes. We brought some trans actors into our fold. We dealt with some Black Lives issues that we were ignorant to in the past before I jumped on board. It honestly, it reshaped us in a positive way. It made everyone think about the humanistic side of it, which is kind of great, So, yeah.
Well, how exciting! So, your numbers stayed the same, so people were still buying, and
yeah, we came up. It gave us time to put our heads down and think. Okay, what new products can we make? And we're right now working on creating a brand new studio with some of the top talent in the industry currently. I just got done. I've been talking to Russell a lot. I just got done finishing a shoot 5 days straight for a new brand that's about to launch. So yeah, it's fun. That's my life. It's weird.
It definitely is weird, Jason. But how cool! And thank you so much for talking to us.
That's our Halloween special right there. So.
Oh, wow, cool. Well, keep us abreast. I know that you said you have contacts that you'll be bringing some of your talent and some other talent you should know onto Amber Live. So we really appreciate that. Yeah. And Lucy Bell's volunteering to be a fluffer.
I'm seeing that in the comments. Yeah, I see that. And then, honestly, congratulations on your 50th show. That's amazing.
It's something we had to do. I was sitting here after the first week of quarantine going, I'm bored. I need to do something. Yeah. And so I just started doing this, and Russell said, hey, we can do it better. And we've just been growing, and 50 weeks. It's but it's fun. It's fun.
It's impressive, to be honest. So congratulations.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm sure you say that a lot in your business. That's impressive.
It's a lot of me just telling people they're the prettiest girl in class.
So. All right. Well, thank you very much, Jason. It's time for the quiz, so let's bring Dane back in. So, Dane, what'd you think of that?
That was awesome. I mean, there was more like the production in that one trailer, like you could do like 3 different EI Cinema movies for that same kind of setup, I think. And the man, Hugh Jazz, really? Hugh Jazz?
Do you come up with the names, Jason?
We all the directors will name their own shoots. Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
So, some of them are really bad. I named one where 2 models were playing chess and checkers, but they were too dumb to know the difference. So I called it Cheskers. It's not always high quality content. Let's be honest.
No. Hey, that's got to be the most fun part, to sit around and go, okay, man, what's my porn name? Dude, what's my porn name? And, all right, how about this? No. Yeah.
Amber, before I go, watch nextdoorstudios.com and activeduty.com. There we go.
Active
my plug
Duty.
Is out.
Ooh, Active Duty.
Was that
plug is
film?
out.
No?
There it is.
Oh, it always helps if the plug is out. That's what I've heard.
Whoa.
All right. So tonight's quiz, tomorrow is March 1st. Yes. And so you've heard the saying, March comes in like a lion, goes out like a lamb, or vice versa. So tonight's quiz is about lions and lambs. All right. So the first question is, Irving Berlin wrote a song that was featured in the movie White Christmas, which was set in Vermont. Now, one of the songs was titled Count Your Blank Instead of Sheep. What should you count? Should you count your friends? Should you count your blessings, or should you count wolves? What do you guys say? What's your answer to that?
I would guess blessings.
Yes,
it rings
yes,
right.
it is. It is blessings. Yes, it's a very sentimental song. Count your blessings instead of sheep. Okay. Now, second question. In The Wizard of Oz, the lion asks, "What makes the Hottentot so hot? What puts the ape in apricot?" What is what? Is it poppies, attractive to the eye and soothing to the smell, or courage, or a squirt from the Tin Man's oil can?
Courage.
Yeah, I would assume it's courage. Isn't that his thing?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
But I think a squirt
like
from
the
the
Tin
Tin
Man.
Man's oil can. Yeah,
I
Jason,
like
you
that.
can use that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm set for my week. I'm good.
Gotta keep the lube going there. Yeah.
That's
It's free product placement.
Oh, all right. The next question. In the origin of the nursery rhyme, Ba Ba Black Sheep stems from 1, the wool tax of 1275, 2, slavery, or 3, Easter celebrations. Which one? Ba Ba Black Sheep.
Dude, I don't
What
know
do you
this
say?
one. I'm guessing, I'm copying this guy, man. I should have sat next to you in class, man.
Right?
Yeah, I
Come over.
Shit, he's good with the numbers.
Yes, it's the wool tax of 1275.
Nice.
Yeah, think about it. 1 for my master, 1 for my dame, 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. That sounds like socialism to me. I don't know.
Dane, come over. We'll make some movies and some soundtracks.
There you go. Hey, that's it. We can knock him out.
Can I watch?
Yeah, everyone, let's go.
All right. So the largest known lion weighed how much? How much does the biggest lion weigh? 827 pounds, 590 pounds, or 375? I think that's kilograms.
This is a trick question.
That's unfair.
Oh, yeah?
You threw kilograms in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because 375 kilograms is about 827 pounds. No, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Numbers are hard. I didn't go to school for math.
I'd go with number 2.
You deal with inches, don't you, Jason?
Yeah, I go. Yeah. God damn it, Amber. Cheers.
It is 1 and 3. 1 and 3 are the same.
Oh,
you were right, Dane.
Did I call it?
Oh,
Damn,
and the
if I had
final
only
question.
done this good on my SAT, I would have been able to go to a real college.
Yeah, right.
And then the last question is, which lives longer, lions or sheep? Who's the longest lifespan?
I'm not saying.
Considering they don't live together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I do lions.
You know, I'm going to go sheep just because we've been doing the same one.
There we go.
Well, it is lions. Lions live up to 15 years. And sheep 12 years. So
okay, so it's close. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. Fun show.
Yeah, really great. This is a blast, really.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll talk to you both later on. Bye-bye. Have a good evening. Happy March. Okay. Oh, I love to have some fun with the guests, and those were 2 great, fun guests. All right. So, let's see. Do we have another fun guest? Who could be a more fun guest than those 2? I don't. Rocco.
I'm more fun than they are, but they're pretty fun.
Yes, they were. So, Rocco, I don't know how to ask this, but do you have a porn past?
I don't know how to answer that without saying I'm not saying nothing.
Okay.
Just say I've dabbled in a lot of stuff. You know,
on camera though. That's what I was asking.
Oh, well,
was you dabbling on camera?
Maybe not. But Jason, I want to write some porn. I want to write scripts. You do comedy. I want to do them. That'd be fun.
Oh, Well, I think he'd be open for things like that.
I mean, I was working on a porno musical based on Little Orphan Annie. I think it'd be funny, Little Orphan Fanny, whatever. I'm still working on it, but I mean, imagine it's a hard cock life for us. It's a hard cock, it goes on, and then he will come down tomorrow and shit like that.
I was thinking she had a gay brother. The sun will come out tomorrow.
Exactly. There you go. He comes out of the closet, big flourishing, the rainbow flag, doing twirls and high heels. That'd be hilarious.
So, someone wants to know what your screen name is. What's your porn screen name, Rocco?
Rock the cock.
Hey, by the way, Dane of the other guest that we talked to is a big Rocco fan. He was very excited that you were going to be back on the show tonight. So, hey, you got a fan? We got to work on some Rocco merch.
Let me tell you.
Yes. All right. So, anything? What else do you want to talk about tonight, Rocco?
Well, I mean, I knew the theme was with the music and the porn and all that stuff, and I thought it might be a good night on the 50th show just to recite some of the erotic poetry that I read the nurses.
Oh, that's right. That's what you do at the hospitals. You read erotic poetry to the nurses.
Exactly.
All right. So please share.
I thought I would share a little bit with the audience, if you don't mind.
No.
It's all right.
First, I may regret it, but I don't mind.
You might regret it, is right. I'm only going to read a couple. All right, the first one. A rose, my rose. What's that in your nose? Is it a booger or maybe some sugar? Let me suck your toes. That one is one of my better ones. Anyway.
Yes. Okay.
I can see you're enthralled. This one I wrote specifically for Nurse Mallory. She's this gorgeous woman, long black hair, deep blue eyes.
Ooh.
And all right, and one day I saw her. She was working at a nurse's station, and she didn't know I saw this, but she was looking online at lingerie, picking out some lingerie. I'm telling you, that was a moment I will never forget. All right, because my heart was just like, whoa. I wish I was on the receiving end of that purchase, but all right. So this one is from Mallory, all right? And if she's watching, I'm embarrassed, but hey, give me a call. You didn't notice, but I did see. You were shopping for some lingerie at your nurse's station instead of working, while I stood behind you, quietly lurking.
Oh, lurking. Okay.
You smirked as you purchased a lacy red teddy, as I was getting very sweaty. I envy the guy who got to remove those clothes, but here is something that no one knows. I think about you very often, especially when I'm turning and coughing. Your sexy hands removing my jeans. Hot, sexy nurses are every man's dreams.
That could be some male ones. Oh, someone's comparing you to the Rocco Frost. They're renaming you.
He used to dictate his poems on his phone too.
Yeah, and Lucy says, now that's poultry.
Hey, coming from the bitching in the kitchen lady, that's all right.
All right. Do you have one more for us?
Not at the moment, but I can say roses are red, violets are blue. I hate that shit. Everybody says it.
It doesn't quite scan, but I like the intent. Maybe we could put out Rocco's poetry book, sell that in the Amber Live store.
Oh, we could do that. I got a compilation of stuff. I didn't have it in front of me, so I'm sorry. Forgive me. I know since I'm always at the end of the show when everybody's already checking out because they saw the guests, that they're like, all right, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up.
A compilation.
That's some...
Oh, and Henry Rocco Longfellow.
That's my porn name, Rocco Longfellow.
All right, Rocco, you have a good week. We'll see you next
right.
Sunday.
See y'all later.
Oh my, if laughter makes you feel good, I'm feeling really good tonight. Great guests. Hey, Jack, we had those clowns in that picture. Did that make anybody laugh?
Oh, that made a few people laugh. Let's get that picture back up and see what a few people said.
So Jack, have you ever had any thoughts about entering the porn business?
Well, not me personally, but I can tell you who really does like porn. This guy.
Is that Zardoz?
That is Zardoz. That is Sean Connery, 1974, fresh off the set from the James Bond films. He walked away and said, "You know what? I'm going to make this piece of garbage movie, Zardoz."
You have a fascination with Zardoz.
I mean, it's just amazing that some movies get made, and this is one of them. It's a mess. And now, of course, I don't know how to get this down. So, there we go. Thank you, Russell.
That's what he said.
Get this off my screen right now before anybody else sees it.
All right. So, how about the comments? What do we have in comment land today?
Oh, well, Big J, Bro Pre said, "It's time for the show."
Mm-hmm.
I think that lady in the front row just kind of has the best expression on her face. And let's see, we had a couple others that were about none other than the CPAC audience.
Yeah.
A couple people were on the same wavelength. Jason and Rael were saying all the Republican clowns at the CPAC convention.
Oh, man.
And
that was something to watch.
From Cousin Craig, who said, "They call this a comedy?" That might be your audience.
We have no labels. We don't do labels here.
They don't do labels here.
Yeah. So Jack, you have a YouTube channel, right?
I do have a YouTube channel.
Is that easily accessible, or is it?
I think so. It's yeah, sure.
All right. Well,
it's my name.
Make sure you share that.
It's on the YouTube. Let me go there right now. Why? Keep talking while I go check that out.
Well, because I know the people love Jack. We got Jack fans, we got Rocco fans, we got Lucy Bell fans, and so I'm just trying to hook everybody up. It's just a nice family here at Amber Live. We like to share the spotlight.
Oh yeah, you should totally check out my channel. It's it's Jack Quint on YouTube, and you can find it right about here. Oh crap, that's a useless banner. Oh shit.
Oh, that's the one from the North End
God
Studio.
damn it.
And this is why I didn't include that banner.
Okay. All right. Well, if they Google Jack Quint, they'll find it.
You know, normally I'm good with technology. I actually designed my own website, but it seems like every time I talk about technical things on your program, I almost ruin the show. It's like I talk about getting merchandise and it just derails it and you just lose subscribers. Like, check out merch, and people go dislike.
No, you make me look good, Jack. So that's
why I'm at the end of the show.
Jack, this week we can talk about how to fix that URL. So it's just youtube.com Jack Quint or something like that.
What the hell is a Twitter?
All right.
So Russell, that was a fun
my
show,
favorite
wasn't
part.
it?
That was a great show. It was so much fun. And oh my God, Dad! Yes, the youngest one around, and he's
I'm
the
a dad right now.
Dad needs your help. If you're watching, you can support Jack and Amber Live by sending your donation to Venmo at RJD Pro, and we really do love and appreciate our boosties.
I graduated from CCV.
Yes. So we appreciate everyone who helps us out. It really is important to the show. Thank you. And then next week, we have a great show, and we did mention it already. It's the political show all about Pennsylvania and what's going on with LGBT rights there. So we
have Giselle Fetterman. Is it possible her husband might join in?
If his schedule allows, he will join. So we have to wait until last minute to see what else is going on in his world. But she has said yes. So we'll have her. We'll have Brian Sims so that Amber can get another restraining order put on her. We'll have Jessica Benham, who will help keep Amber under control, and Sean Malloy from the Victory Fund. And we've reached out to a couple other people who may join us as well. So it'll be an interesting evening and an important evening, because what happens in Pennsylvania is going to affect what happens in all the other states eventually too. So
it's so true, so true. All right, thank you, Jack. Thank you, Russell, for a great show. It was lots of fun. Thank you. Have a good week.
Oh, JackQuint.com. There we go.
It's easier to go there.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Again, thank you to the great guest, Dane and Jason. Oh, just that was a lot of fun. And Yolanda's video and Bitchin' in the Kitchen. What a fun way to spend an hour on Sunday night. So make sure you share your friends. I do have two more things I'd like to say. One, town meeting day on Tuesday here in Vermont. If you haven't already voted, get there and vote. It's important. Even if you think, oh, it's just for this, it's just for that. No, it's important that you vote. And I also want to say hello to Arlene out there in Missouri who's watching. She's 88 years old and she loves the show, and she says she loves watching it. So thank you very much, Arlene. I love having your support. So thank you for watching this week. Have a great beginning of March. Let's all just go in there like a lion, all right? So I'm going to be here next week. I hope you will be too. Bye-bye.
Hey, does your mom know what this show's about? I just told her it was like Drag Race. Ha! Well, it is a drag.